Hello, my people. Good morning. Oh, I beg I greet everybody. The matter wey carry me come this morning. This matter, I think I raised this topic yesterday on my live video, and I told us that this will be the headline of today's message. Reps demand immediate release of Bello Badejo, summons defense and army chiefs. What does this signify? Listen, my people. You don't need a soothsayer now to tell us, we the Biafrans, that our secession from the contraction of a country, or you can call it a geographical expression called Nigeria, have already been sanctioned. According to Igbo language, said they have just let us to know that if the rep now can gather and begin to give immediate command to the armies to release Bello Badejo, me and you knows the activities of killer Fulani herdsmen, and this man Bello Badejo happens to be their chief, their president of Bieti Allah Kotel Hall. He is the one that is supplying all the killer Fulanis with their AK-47, AK-49, and AK-4010 and other ammunitions they are using to they are using to terrorize the people of the public. Do you know what triggered the arrest of this man by the military? The Fulani herdsmen molested a retired army or a retired navy in I think either Nasarawa, if I'm not mistaken, please, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I'm sure that is where the thing happened, in Nasarawa, because that is where this man domiciled. They molested the man, not knowing that the man is a retired general, a retired navy general or retired army general. So that is what triggers. So when this man went to the barracks and called the boys, and the boys came to that area, did things that they can do, and pack most of their cows. Then this guy, when this thing happened, this so-called Bello Badejo was not in town. When he arrived and this story was being communicated to him by the people that their cows have been taken, you know what this guy did? This guy threatened those that came for that operation, the military and whatever, and tell them that if those cows are not being released, that he is going to allow the Fulani herders to run berserk on anywhere they found a military man, on anywhere they found any uniformed man in Nigeria, that they are going to buy those people. A threat that is enough to cause a war between the military and the Fulanis. Then the military get hold of this message, went on to arrest the man the following day. This same man had been arrested that threatened the military. Unlike one Islamic rally that threatened to cut off the head of the wife of Tunumbu, Olunemi Tunumbu. Do you know that today nobody talk about that man again? That man is a forgotten issue. It's only a statement that being made by any Igbo man is the one that they are taking serious. In other words, they have already let us know that Nigeria is not for you people. I am still blaming all those people that call themselves our political gladiators. Who is there, and this music, they have been knocking this music, playing this music, not for them to change their dancing step. They remain one place. You see the problem? They have already let them know. Can you imagine in the House of Reps, where we have representatives from the southeast, south, and we have also representatives. The second man in that House of Reps is Benjamin Carlo, the deputy speaker. When all these things are going, did he utter any word? No, he didn't utter any word. The only thing this man is doing since 4 years of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu being incarcerated is coming out every day. Each time you need money from the government, is to tell you that we are doing underground. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be released soon. The soon Benjamin Carlo is telling to the Biafrans, or promising rather, the family of Nnamdi Kanu, is just a political statement. It can be 10 years. Soon we don't have a date. Soon can be next decade. Soon can be until Mazen Nnamdi Kanu dies in prison. soon can be until when the court said, okay, this guy now, we have not found anything on him, he can go. Then that time he will come out now because as a politician said, they are the one that work underground for Mazen Danukane to be released. This is a clear confirmation that Biafra have had a country. And I'm still laugh at those who don't want to take this movement serious. I'm still laughing at those who still think that we are still in 1967 to 1970. Who still think that in this digital era, even do you believe that our own Igbo people are calling us online country with 40 states? Igbos, I have engaged in this what do I call it, argument physically. I'm not talking about online, because online you might not know who you argue with, whether the person is an Igbo man or not an Igbo man. But I have been in the midst of Igbos in the country I'm living, people who are slaves in another man's country. They are arguing that what we have is a 40 state of Biafra online on Twitter, and also prime minister on Twitter and a country on Twitter. Igbos, they are the one that's talking about this. But look at it now. Look at it. The House of Reps now have mandated that this man must be released. The first time he was arrested, and they catch arsenal of arms. When the main arsenal of arms might be there, they have Obuniwe, they have bulldozer, they have bombs, they have MRAP. There's nothing that's not found in the position of this man. The so-called Attorney General of the Federation, Fabemi, that look like monkey, that is as ugly as a monster, came out and said that this man have to be released for the interest of peace and justice. And I asked, what is that peace and what is that justice? You are holding Igwe Nwajago, Igwe Ndajago Estate, na Lagos State, because of the comment he made. He didn't threaten to kill anybody. He didn't threaten to bomb anybody. He didn't threaten to arrest anybody. He didn't threaten to cut off anybody's head. He didn't threaten to occupy people's houses or lands by force. He only said that if the Lagos State government and the government at the center, which is Tunumbu, could not protect the properties and the lives of Ndibo, that he's going to invite IPOB. Who is IPOB? Is IPOB a secret court? The answer is zero. IPOB simply means Indigenous People of Biafra, just like we have IPON, Indigenous People of Nigeria. Nigeria have the owners, and the same way the Biafras have owners. Indigenous people of Yorubas, or you can talk about Indigenous people of Odua. So this man said he never said I will invite ESN. He never said I will invite terrorists. He never said I will invite unknown government from the southeast. He only said he will invite IPOB to come and guarantee the protection of the lives and properties of Ndibo. But that is the end. Since 2023 election till today, this man has been in jail. But MC Olomo, who came out openly to threaten people, Iya Chinedu, Iya Sukudi, Iya Nka, Iya Nkozo, if you are not coming out to vote for APC, you should stay back your home. We thought it was online threat, or rather, he made that threat as a Lagos State, what do you call it, a spokesperson, police spokesperson said, David Hundoyin, that we should ignore MC Olomo. He was joking. But on the day of election, our people, some people went there with their two hands, one, and they get back with one hand. Aboros cut off their hands. One woman, her eye was bleeding, and she went and stitched it, and she still go back there to vote for her preferred candidate, which is Labour Party. Many things that happened during that election. Today, MC Oloma, instead of calling him to question, they use a president of NURTW to tell him, thank you for what you have did during that elections. Where am I going to start and where am I going to end? Our people have been given the opportunity. Those fools that call themselves representatives from the southeast, let's look at what is happening. You people are not needed. Use errand boy that you people are doing to us. We are satisfied of it. In fact, you people can go and organize yourself and have your own country. Let me remind you that Buhari made this statement, but our so-called politicians, who is comfortable being errand boy to the people they are better than, ignore this message. Buhari said that Igbo that are agitating for Biafra, they should go back to their home and arrange their home, then they will come back for negotiation of referendum. Did any of the media house carry it? The answer is zero. Do any of our people ever mention that word from that day to today? After 8 years of Muhammadu Buhari, it is nothing. And we said, we believe in one Nigeria. But you people you want to carry along, the people you want to become one Nigeria with, have already left you behind for a very long time. They have abandoned you. They have left you famished, hungry, deserted, and at the same time they keep on 24 hours bringing in importing insecurities into the southeast, and our people, nobody's there talk anything. The only person who sometimes complain about all these things is Kenneth Okonkwo or Ugochinyere. Ejina Abaribe was embarrassed in his own state, Aba, when he want to follow the road to Abuja. He was forced to reverse and go and use airport in Enugu state. Can you imagine that? Yet he didn't raise that issue at the parliament. These are the people that thunder will fire in no distance time. In no distance time, thunder is going to finish all these people. Anyway, the House of Rep have granted us the access to go and arrange ourselves to have our own country. It now depends, and it will now left on the Igbos who are the parliament to follow these dancing steps and make it something meaningful out of it. Otherwise, they will still remain errand boys while the rape Biafra, which is the youths, are going. Maybe you might say I talk too much, but I didn't talk too much. And I want to use this opportunity to thank that my friend who gave me 400 naira in a super chat. I saw it on my comment this morning. My brother, may God reward you times 100 folds. I know that 400 naira you gave to me, that is what you can afford. And I pray that it will return back to you in 1,000 folds. Whenever you needed help must surely come out from nowhere. You understand me? 400 naira you gave to me would have solved one problem or the other in your life or in your family, but you decided to drop it for me. May God Almighty reward your pocket and replace you times 1,000,000 times, and so shall it be. I beg my people, let us go straight to the reason why we're here. We don't have much time to waste, because they said time na money. Oh yeah, here are the other headlines we're going to take this morning. Bello Tunji threatens retaliation over arrest of key associate Wiggy. You get the point? Bello Tunji, a non-state actor, chief of defense staff, is there. He didn't say anything. This message has been out there since 17th of December. Today is 18th. We are waiting for Musa to come and comment on this. He cannot comment because Bello Tunji is his junior brother. He cannot comment, but he will tell us that Southeasterners, why they are always said they are not responsible for the crimes in the Southeast because they are educated. Okay, so Southeasterners now the one that stop your own brothers and sisters will be Fulanis. That you people said the only thing you can do for them is just pack them, put them inside the forest or inside the bush to go and rear cows. So now it is the fault of the Southeast that your own people are not educated. Another headline here. Lagos activists transferred to Abuja for allegedly abusing Tinubu's children. Inspector General of Police. That KKC atu eninu. That atu akwa piramodo oga ajowaga anya. Injustice against one is an injustice to all. Mazen Dandekano is being incarcerated for nothing. That is a prisoner of conscience. Now another Yoruba, they don't touch him. They don't touch a day for Timmy Abi. When injustice happened and people refuse to talk, people who are condemning Nnamdi Kanu now are calling for this woman's release and the Tinubu's release. It will reach everybody. Now one after the other. There's no two ways about that. False, also totally false, mischievous defense headquarters debunks claims of French military base in Nigeria. My dear, they have already situated it, but secretly, you will not know. Each time you see them now forcing themselves now to debunk this kind of rumor, my dear, it has been completed. Just waiting for the physical out of it to manifest. My people, let us go straight to the reason why we are here. We don't have much time to waste. The House of Representatives has demanded the immediate release of Bello Badejo from unlawful detention by the Nigerian Army and summoned top military officials to appear before its committees. The resolution was passed during plenary on Tuesday following a motion moved by Honorable Mansour Soro, who decried the violation of Bello's Badejo's fundamental human rights. The summon officially included the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, and the Commanding Officer of 177 Battalion. They are expected to appear before the House Committees on Army, Human Rights and Justice on Thursday, which is tomorrow, December 20 of 2024, at about 3 p.m. The lawmakers further directed the military to issue a formal apology to Badejo for infringing on his constitutional guaranteed rights. The continued detention of Bello Badejo without formal charges violates Section 34, 35, and 36 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Soro stated while moving the motion. According to Soro, on December 9th, 2024, Bello Badejo was arrested in Malaya Town, Nasarawa State, in a commando-style operation by officers of the 177 Battalion of the Nigerian Army without period invitation or a court injunction. He explained that the arrest was allegedly linked to a misunderstanding between a retired military general and some members of the Malaya community. However, Soro expressed concern that 1 week after the arrest, Badejo is yet to be arraigned before a competent court of jurisdiction as required by extant laws. The Greener Chamber emphasized that the military's action amount to a blatant disregard for constitutional provisions that safeguard the fundamental human rights of Nigerian citizens. The motion received overwhelming support from lawmakers, with many calling for the accountability and the protection of citizens' rights against arbitrary detention by security agencies. These are Fulanis calling for his arrest. Where are the Igbos that are supposed to appeal for the arrest? Calling for his release. Where are the Igbos or the old Easterners calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whom only his mouth utterances they hold him at high esteem? No institution, including the military, is above the law. The Constitution must be respected and the rule of law upheld. One lawmaker asserted that during the debate. Let me ask you, do you know that elders of Okwama are being held in detention? 6 of them, elders of Okwama. What is their offense? 2 died. Now they said they are calling for what they call investigation. Elders of Okwama. Now they are calling for the release of this Bello Badejo. They say they are trampling upon his right. What are the offense of those elders? Because they are from the lineage of the Igbos. They are from the region known as Biafra land. You see, we have South representatives in that House of Reps who never for one day call for the release of these elders. They are not used, so elders. Their secretary or treasurer that died yesterday, or day 4 yesterday, is 81 years old. Somebody who take his age mate of Papa to put him in detention, and the man died in that detention plus another one. And now they are talking about Bello Badejo. They say they trample upon his rights. And you tell me that this is a country or an animal kingdom. The House retreated that it will not tolerate any violation of human rights and vowed to hold the military accountable if it failed to comply with the directives. The House resolved as follows: condemn the attempt by the officers of the 177 Battalion to usurp the role of Nigerian police and court in resolving disputes between citizens. Call on the Chief of Defence Staff and Chief of Army Staff to order the immediate release of Alhaji Bello Badejo from unlawful detention and to apologize to him for infringing on his constitutional guaranteed fundamental human rights, according to the House Committee. Invite the Chief of Staff, Chief of Army Staff, and the commanding officer of the 177 Battalion to appear before the House Committee on Army, Human Rights and Justice on Thursday, 20th December 2024 at 3 o'clock p.m. to explain why officers under the command violated the relevant provisions of the Nigerian Constitution. Bello Tuji, he don't threaten fire and brimstone to the Nigerian government. A Nigerian, for that matter, Bello Tuji is not a Nigerian, a Nigerian from Niger. Notorious bandit leader Bello Tuji has issued threats of reprisal following the recent arrest of his close associate Bako Wogi by troops of the Nigerian Army. Wogi, also known as Baka Nagaruba, was a key figure in Tuji's network, playing a crucial role in ransom negotiations and the collection of payments from kidnappings. Security analyst and counter-insurgent expert in the Lake Chad region, Zagazola Makama, revealed that Houx' arrest was infuriated Tuji, or rather has infuriated Tuji, who is now threatening retaliatory attacks on ordinary citizens, not on the government. Recall that a few days ago, troops from the 1 Brigade of the Nigerian Army apprehended Houx following credible intelligence. And they will not kill him, they will free him. Watch. He was reportedly receiving a medical treatment at a hospital in Shinkafi town, Zamfara State, after sustaining injuries during a violent crash with a rival group. Houx' criminal activities include arms dealing and involvement in high-profile killings, including the murder of Alhaji Isa Muhammad Bawa, the Emir of Gobel in Sokoto State. The traditional ruler was abducted in July at the Kwana Mahaba area of Sokoto State and subsequently killed 3 weeks later after failed ransom negotiations. The Nigerian Army confirmed that during Houx' arrest, 2 of his accomplices managed to escape, while troops apprehend another individual who assisted in transporting him using a tricycle. Makama said Tuji has already contacted influential figures in the Shinkafi area like the village heads and chiefs, threatening to attack their communities to ensure they secure Houx' release from security services. The publication said Tuji also pledged to spend any amount of money or livestock necessary to ensure that Houx is released. He is said to control a significant number of people and livestock and had declared his willingness to use them as leverage to force authorities into compliance. Lagos activists transferred to Abuja for allegedly abusing Tinubu's children, and it says IGP. A nurse and activist, Olamide Thomas, has been transferred to Abuja by the Lagos State Police following her arrest for allegedly making inflammatory remarks against the children of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetoku. Thomas was arrested at her Shomolu residence in Lagos and down on Friday, shortly after a live stream Facebook video in which she allegedly caused Tinubu and Egbetokun's families. The video was posted on October 20, shortly after she claimed to have been brutalized by police officers during the NSAS memorial procession at the Lekki toll gate. Source who spoke with Premium Times revealed that Thomas was denied administrative bail at Panti police station in Yaba, Lagos on Saturday. She was flown to Abuja and handed over to the Federal Criminal Investigation Department, Cyber Crime Unit. When contacted, the Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer, SP Benjamin Hunduyin, declined to confirm or deny the development, stating, "I do not have any comments on the case at this time." Similarly, Federal Criminal Investigation Department spokesperson Funmi Egbaoje said, "I will let you know when I have the details," without confirming Thomas' status. Notufo Tumide, an activist and one of Ms. Thomas' associates, said she has been transferred to the Police Cybercrime Center under the FCID in Abuja. Another activist, in her circle, Folayemi Akinfolaren, noted that Ms. Thomas called her to confirm her arrival in Abuja on Saturday with the police. I received a call from her informing me that they just landed in Abuja now, Ms. Akinfolaren said. In the video that led to her arrest, she expressed deep grievances, invoked divine power, and issued severe condemnations of Mr. Bola Tinubu, Mr. Egbetoku, and the first public relations officer, Muyiwa Adejobi. Made in her moment of pain and sense of injustice by the police, her remarks included cause for telling lies and tragedy against them. The deceased activist was seen in the video pleading with bystanders to pour water on her head, seemingly after inhaling tear gas. Premium Times learned that Ms. Thomas, an activist, was arrested at down in Shomolu, Lagos State on Friday by operatives of the Intelligence Response Team. This special tactical squad works under the Inspector General of Police. The police were said to have tracked her to her hometown through her uncle, who was arrested and detained earlier on the same Thursday. Afterwards, Ms. Thomas was taken to Banti Police Station in Lagos and the Lagos State Police Command headquarters in Ikeja. The last but not the least, totally false, mischievous defense headquarters debunks claims of France military in Nigeria. The defense headquarters has strongly denied allegations that the French military is planning to establish a base in Nigeria. The claim was initially made by human rights activist Mehdi Shehu, who in a social media post accompanied by a video accused the Nigerian government of secretly allowing French troops into the country. The human rights activist allegedly that French military officers had already arrived in Borno State as part of the plans to establish a base in Maiduguri. He further suggested that the establishment of a French military base will result in the exploitation of Nigeria's natural resources and the mistreatment of local communities, drawing a parallels with French's controversial role in other African countries. Shehu's post read in part, last week, the Chief of Defense Staff denied any plan to establish French military bases in Nigeria. Yesterday, the Chief of Army Staff received the first contingent of French soldiers and immediately deployed them to Maiduguri to help Nigeria in fighting Boko Haram. The same Boko Haram they claim to have decimated and are scampering for safety. Before the blinking of an eye, a French military base will be physically seen in Maiduguri, perhaps before the new year, so that they will fight Boko Haram and begin to explore the prospect huge mineral resources and surely began to exploit, harass, intimidate, kill, incapacitate, and annihilate the local people, which is typical of France's presence in Africa, and that is their modus operandi. He said the attention of defense headquarters have been drawn to online reports alleging that the arrival of the first contingent of French soldiers in Maiduguri towards establishing a French military base in northeast Nigeria. The armed forces of Nigeria hereby state unequivocally that this information is fake, totally false, and mischievous. It will be recalled that the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, recently addressed this matter in a various media platforms where he debunked such news and speculations. Accordingly, the general public is urged to disregard these claims and speculations that are still circulating in some quarters. It is clear that these are the antics of mischief makers. Nevertheless, the military will continue to carry out its constitutional responsibilities most professionally and ensure the territorial integrity of our nation candidly disseminate place. Major General Edward Buba emphasized that the Nigerian military remains committed to safeguarding the country's territorial integrity and carrying out its constitutional responsibilities with the professionalism. He urged the public to disregard a false report describing them as the work of mischief makers. So, my good people, these and other headlines that we have treated today. And make sure you don't fail to share this message because it is very, very important and to the best interest of our own people, the Biafrans, the South, and the entirety of the old Eastern region, that these are supposed to take place because we have dulled for a very long time, and this is the time to take the necessary action and precautions in reasoning how to secede from this contraction of a country called Nigeria, or rather from this geographical expression called Nigeria. Anyway, my wonderful people, now here we go take a bar break, and I go hear our voice again when we come back. Don't forget, my name still remain Ukulora One Nation, or you can refer me to Amande Anna Eze from the platform of Okute Daily Talk, where we always speak to you the undiluted truth. Oyana, make us enjoy this one. I'll be right back. Kemesiano.